Today we will be making Doomguy's Helmet.
These are the things you'll need: cardboard, box cutter, pen, straight edge, hot glue, spray paint, black acrylic paint, metal mesh, blue lighting gels, Bondo, and sandpaper. First off, I made a helmet dome using templates that I found. I did not make these templates. These were made by Dustin McLean, specifically his cardboard Mandalorian helmet templates. Link to the video and the templates in the description. Then I cut out a long strip of cardboard to go around the whole helmet, which will basically be a base of where all the details will attach to. And I hot glued it on to the helmet dome, and I had to hold it in place until the glue dried so it wouldn't pull itself apart, which took a while and was kind of annoying. Once the glue dries, you should get something like this. I cut out a hole for the visor, just so it would be easier later on. Then I started making the weird trapezoidal type boxes that go on the sides of the helmet. I drew out one of the sides of that weird box thing, cut it out, cut two of those actually, and then I cut out a strip of cardboard, which would I guess technically be like the top of the box, I don't know. Then I glued them together with hot glue. Again, doing it in sections so it wouldn't pull itself apart. Then I covered the corrugation with some zero box cardboard. And I made these two little detail pieces that are on the helmet and glued those on top of the weird trapezoidal box things. Did some test fitting kind of, just to make sure they would fit on the helmet nicely. Then I glued them on. Looks like this. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Starting to look like something. Then I started to work on the weird kind of like box thing that goes from the top of the helmet to the back. So I got a long piece of cardboard, and I started measuring out how tall it would be and how wide it would be. And I cut the cardboard to size. And then I cut like 1 inch little tabs, I guess, so I could actually curve this into a right shape. Then I glued it on using hot glue, and this took so long to glue all those little individual flaps down, making sure to get a nice curve on the back. I had to hold it down every time, so again it wouldn't pull itself apart, and it took a really long time because I had to do that with every single tab. Then I cut off the excess and covered that hole up with some zero box cardboard. And I started making the detail pieces of those trapezoid box things on the side of the helmet. They have this little indentation where it has like kind of like a vent or something in there. So I cut out a hole for that into both of them. And then to make that, I guess, vent looking thing, first cut out a piece of zero box cardboard that fit into that little indentation. And then I glued more little strips of zero box cardboard to make that vent type of look. Then I cut off the excess and glued it on. And then glued it onto the main box thing, side of the helmet thing, I don't know. And yes, I did cover up the corrugation with zero box cardboard. For that top box thing, there's like another like vent type looking thing, so I put some metal mesh in there. Then starting at steel box cardboard for the details, using hot glue. Looks pretty nice. Then I started working on the mouthpiece. First I cut a piece of cardboard to size. Then using my box cutter, I got those angles, and I drew on all those like grill, I don't know, things in there. Cut them out with this X-Acto knife. Covered in all the corrugation with zero box cardboard. Make it look a little nicer. Then I glued some chopped up bamboo skewers on there, just to make it look like it is in the game. Then I glued on this, the sides. This piece I went through many trial and error just to get it right, get the right size and everything. Okay, so I made these like side cheek pieces. That'll go like here, it'll be on the side, and then you got the mouthpiece right there. That's where these are gonna go. And I made these off camera because it was hard trying to figure out how I would attach them. And I just used the same method I used for the back of the helmet by cutting little tabs out so I can curve this to conform it to the front of the helmet. Then I put some details on here like this thing and these still little plastic pieces I glued on, some of that metal mesh stuff that I've been using. Then I painted the inside black just so you wouldn't see any of the zero box cardboard, and I did the same right here, so when you put that over it you can't see any cardboard coloring, it's just black. So yeah, I made two of them, and yeah, let's just glue them on, I guess. Okay, so I glued the cheeks on off camera just because it was easier, and also because it was kind of boring. It's literally just what I did back here, but on a much smaller scale and on the front. And then I had these details on the sides, and I had some reinforcement on the bottom of the helmet just so it doesn't flex as much, So yeah, I think the next step is to glue the mouthpiece on, like so. So I guess let's just get right into it. Then I glued on the mouthpiece, again with hot glue. Try to get as centered as possible. Looks pretty nice. Then I glued on some more details. Made those two little details on the front. Pretty simple, just zero box cardboard. Then to cover up all these seams, I used some Bondo. If you don't know how to use Bondo, I'll put a link to a very helpful video in the description. I only show doing the back because Bondo is kind of hard to use while also trying to film it well. So I did this. So basically, where you see a seam, I covered it with Bondo. Then I sanded it, and then I painted it with a primer, a gray primer. You can see how smooth it is now with the Bondo on it. Then I masked off a bunch of spots to color all the silver pieces silver. Then I masked off everything but the mouthpiece so I could paint it a dark metallic type color. And then at the end of that, after painting it, this is what it looks like. Looks very nice, but I just had to weather it because it'll just look better. I just did a simple black acrylic wash over the whole thing. It's kind of a lighter wash. I didn't really go too heavy on the weathering on this. I also paper maché'd the inside off camera just so it was stronger. If you don't know how to do a black acrylic wash, it's very, very simple. Take some black acrylic paint, mix it with some water, and then paint it onto your prop or whatever, and then wipe it off with a rag, and it'll get all into those little details, make them pop, and just, you know, make it look all dirty and stuff and look like it's been used. Then I took those blue lighting gel, one of the blue lighting gels, and hot glued it as the visor, and then after that it was done. I did put some foam pieces in there just so it'd be a little more comfortable and sit right on my head. But yeah, this build actually took a long time, but I think it turned out pretty good. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.